Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this lovely 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance that we have for sale. One awesome battery electric vehicle, one amazing performance vehicle. Even though this is a crossover SUV with close to, I think Tesla doesn't post official horsepower figures, but some people estimate by the performance of the vehicle, the performance specs, that makes about 450 horsepower. 0 to 60 is about 3.5 seconds. Top speed is close to 150, 160 miles an hour. This thing is an absolute rocket ship. You have dual motors. You have a motor in the front, motor in the back, making all-wheel drive, also making it really fast. It's like having two engines. So you can put a lot of purpose-built sports cars to shame with this amazing Tesla Model Y Performance. And you can also take advantage of the many cost-saving benefits of an EV, like saving money on gas, because you're using electricity. It's a lot cheaper to charge your car at home using electricity versus paying for gas. And it's also nice not ever having to go to a gas pump. Also, you're going to save money on maintenance. There's not a lot of maintenance to do with electric vehicles. There's no engine, there's no transmission, there's no emission control system. There's very few moving parts. You're going from thousands of moving parts of an internal combustion powered vehicle to dozens of moving parts with an electric vehicle. So really the only maintenance to do is, tires. You're going to have to replace tires eventually, rotating tires, wiper blades, cabin filter. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. It's a very, very low maintenance vehicle. And, if you compare this vehicle to a gas car, a lot of people might, be comparing these to like BMWs, Mercedes, Audis, like a Porsche Macan. Think about how much it is to service those. Every time you go to the service department, they're going to try to, you got to, do a fuel, an induction service or a fuel system cleansing. You should do a premium fuel treatment, things like that, premium oil treatment, 30K service. Some high performance vehicles require an extensive service like every 5,000 miles. So, every time you go to a service department to do stuff like that, it could be a couple $100, just for an oil change and a tire rotation on a high performance engine, like in a BMW or Mercedes. Or it could be a little bit more extensive if you're doing like a 90K service, 60K service. Those could cost thousands. Not the case with Tesla, or most EVs in general, so they're very low maintenance. This is a beautiful color combination in white on this premium white interior. You have this big glass roof panel that allows lots of natural light inside. They don't make opening sunroofs. The last opening sunroof I think you could get in a Tesla was in the Model S in 2016 or 17. They did away with them. Opening sunroofs add complexity. They add weight, which weight is your enemy, and complexity. Tesla doesn't like complexity. They like to make their cars as simple as possible. Hence, the majority of the functionality in this screen, which people do ridicule, but I think it's nice because you can constantly update and improve it, kind of like your iPhone. When the iPhone first came out, people were like, people are going to want keyboards. They're going to want hard buttons on their phones. They're not going to go for a phone with no buttons. Well, we all know how that went. Same thing with here. They're constantly updating. They're adding blind spot cameras. They're adding features. Like they're adding new things to watch, like Disney Plus and TikTok. They're adding video games. They're adding toys to the toy box. They're improving functionality. Then there's the amazing Tesla app. Like right now, I actually don't have the key for this car. I have the phone set up as a key. So it's really, you just walk up, get inside and drive, you walk away, it locks automatically. Look, there's even another software update to do that's going to make, probably improve the safety, maybe a recall. That's the thing else to talk about. Recently, Tesla's in the news because, they have to do 2 million recalls. OMG. Well, unlike the Toyota RAV4, which also recently had about 2 million recalls, where you had to take the RAV4 into a dealership to get serviced, Tesla's update was a software update. So, OMG, I have to hit a button on my phone to download and upload a software update to my Tesla while it's sitting in the driveway. That is just so hard. But the thing is, Tesla has a recall. That's newsworthy. A Toyota RAV4 needing a recall. It's not. No one's going to waste their time putting in the news because no one cares. People seem to, gravitate toward Tesla news, good or bad. And there's a lot of misinformation out there too that you have to be careful of. So you have the controls. You can open the doors. You can unlock the doors, open the trunk, honk the horn, vent the windows, flash the lights, open the charging port. You can check your tire pressure. You can activate your climate control. So, you know, in the morning when you get out of the shower, you can put you can defrost the car, put the climate control system on. So when you get in your car, it's nice and warm. It also preheats the battery to make it more efficient while you're driving. You can also do planned departures where the vehicle will preheat the battery and the car. You know, before you leave for work, you just have to set in a time and days during the week. Pretty cool stuff. You can pull up the location of the vehicle. So if you have it parked in the parking lot, and having a hard time finding it, you know, have no issues with this app. And then these are all the superchargers. That's another ace in the hole of Teslas. You have this amazing supercharger network. Look at all these superchargers close by. And the nice thing too, it tells you if they're full or not. That one has 5 stalls available. That one has 3. This one's a little bit busy, and this requires a little bit of a wait time there, 15-minute wait right there. And it also gets a little bit more detail on the car. You can also pull this up on the car screen as well. The Tesla app is amazing. There's quite nothing like it that I've experienced in any other vehicle. You have all the vehicle specs right there. The Model Y Performance comes fairly loaded with equipment. Also lots of warranty. So the bumper-to-bumper warranty is good till December 29th, 2025, or 50,000 miles. And another thing is people ask, well, when am I going to have to replace the battery in an EV? The battery in an EV is kind of like an engine in a car. It's really not supposed to be ever replaced. The battery should last the lifetime of the vehicle. There are a lot of Teslas out right now. There's a Tesla High Mileage Club. So there's a lot of Teslas with 200, 300, 500. There's actually one Model S. It's had a few batteries and drive units, but it has 1 million miles on it. So generally, you could probably expect this one to go 200,000 or 300,000 miles. In fact, at the time of making this video, we took a 2020 Model 3 in trade with over 120,000 miles, and it still has, the battery's fine. We fully charged it. Maybe have lost maybe like 10% of the battery capacity, which is not bad for 120,000 miles. A lot of cars, you know, have a lot of issues past 100,000 miles where, you know, you're not going to have oil leaks, and there's very few things to go wrong with an EV. In fact, us putting that 120,000 mile Tesla through the shop, I think the only thing they recommended was tires. Where if it was a gas car, it might have oil leaks, it might have a lot more issues, and we might not have been able to get through the shop. We might have just had to send it to the auction. But if you are still worried about the batteries, this has a lot of battery coverage. The battery and the drive units are like the electric motors, so it's basically the powertrain warranty is good till December 29th, 2029, or 120,000 miles. Right now, we're about to, Happy New Year, we're about 3 or 4 days away from 2024, so you can see there's a lot of coverage on these batteries. It'll be a long time before we're going to have to worry about the batteries going bad because they're out of warranty. So going back to this screen, so the majority of the functionality is in this screen. It's infinitely reconfigurable. You get used to it, but you don't always have to swipe through different menus and stuff. Tesla has voice commands. Watch this. Wipers on 1. Wipers off. Rear defroster on. Oh. Rear defroster on. There we go. So I think there's like 140 different voice commands. So a lot of little things like that you can do without taking your hands off the wheel, not being distracted, not even taking your eyes off the road. You can even adjust the temperature. Make it cooler. It'll keep on lowering the temperature by 3 degrees so you have a comfortable temperature. Make it cooler. Make it warmer. Likewise, it'll keep on increasing the temperature by 3 degrees. So 140 different voice commands. There's a lot of stuff you can do with just voice commands without having to even mess with this screen. So a lot of those naysayers, the people that review Teslas and don't even talk about the voice commands, they're doing a disservice to actually, you know, being good reviewers regarding this product. So much to talk about. We have the backup camera, which is really nice. We have Tesla's amazing Autopilot. Autopilot is traffic-aware cruise control, which allows the vehicle to brake and accelerate in its own lane. It's amazing. I use it all the time. If you drive and stop and go traffic, drive on the highway for any long period of time, it's going to be an absolute godsend. So it says 21,957 miles. Model Y dual motor. You can tell it's a performance because the performance will have a red line under the dual motor. So that's how you can tell if a Model 3 or a Y is a performance. All right, let's keep this walk around going. I have a tendency to do long-winded spiels about these Teslas, but there's just so much to talk about. I actually own a Tesla myself. I have a Model 3, which is basically the sedan version of the Model Y. The Model Y is a crossover version of the Model 3. Beautiful looking lines on the Model Y. You have these upgraded Uber turbine wheels that now come standard with the Model Y. On the earlier versions they were optional. Then you have the upgraded brakes as well. This also has a track mode with a drift feature, and on the track mode you can actually control the distribution of power to the front and rear. I don't know of any other vehicle you can really do stuff like that, and maybe like a Evo or WRX STI that could maybe even come close to something like that. But yeah, this thing is a serious performance vehicle. I don't recommend using track mode anywhere else besides on the track because it does shut off the stability control. So in conditions like this, with all this power, stability control off, heavy rear-wheel drive bias, you could end up in a ditch. That's plenty fast even without track mode. Lots of space back here. There's also a camp mode too if you wish to camp in it. There's a dog mode. So if you want to leave your dog in here and it's hot out, it'll have a picture of a dog on the screen. Don't worry, my owner will return soon. It's comfortable at 76 degrees in here. Here's the mobile connector. So you can do all your charging with that, or you can get a wall connector, but the mobile connector works pretty good. You can either use a 110 adapter or a 220 adapter for a 220 outlet. The 220 is really the way to go. If you don't have one, you can have an electrician install it in your house, and you'll have a full charge very quickly with that 220 adapter. One beautiful, awesome, high performance luxury crossover. The Model Y looks like it's going to be the best selling car in the world for 2023, unseating the Corolla. So a lot of those naysayers out there that say, oh, the EV technology is not there yet. Well, I think it's there for EV to be the best selling vehicle in the world, beating the Corolla, which is a lot cheaper than a Model Y. It says a lot. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about these products. We sell lots of them here at Infiniti of Tacoma. Yeah, we're a new Infiniti retailer, but we have a very big pre-owned business. We sell a very diverse inventory of pre-owned vehicles, and Teslas are very popular in the pre-owned market, so we keep a lot in stock. Right now we have about 10. Well, there you have it. One little walk around on this 2022 Model Y Performance. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.